Hello everybody, this is Maniac4Bricks, and I'm here today with a very special LEGO MOC. It's one of my smallest to date, and it's for a special friend of mine. This is a LEGO MOC that was requested by Canadian Brickyard for a collaborative project on his YouTube channel. You can check out his collaboration convention center that has all different LEGO YouTubers all around populating it, and even some with their own tables, in the link in the description below to find more information. I was tasked a while ago to create my own table that had some displays and even explain a little bit about what went on there and how it reflected back on my personality or my channel and, you know, things that people could identify as part of Maniac4Bricks. So, I was given the dimensions to work with a 4x6 table space, with the last player, you can see a 4x6 plate being basically where everything is determined from. So it was supposed to be 2 bricks high at that level, and therefore I had to use some combination of plates and bricks to meet that. And I actually had a lot of fun with this. This may be my smallest MOC to date so far on the channel in terms of dimension, but it is one of the most exciting for me because there is a lot of building techniques and replanning that went into this to make it what it is today. I actually did this over on LEGO Digital Designer and trying to determine what was going to go in there. I actually thought at first of doing a banner like I did at Philly Brickfest, but I kind of like this aspect better. It might be a little hard to see, but there was a fish underneath the table where that trans medium blue layer is, right behind there. That's supposed to be like a window pane per se, and there is an aquarium underneath there. So a lot of references to Maniac4Bricks are throughout the video, and that's the first one I'd like to touch upon is my love of LEGO divers, all different kinds of diver themes, and you might recognize the aquarium in most of my LEGO videos, usually towards the back, towards one of the shelves, and it kind of represents something I've been doing for a while now, and I hope to expand on more in the future, and that is my little showcase videos, where I go over a certain theme, or have some things put together to make a nice retail sort of display with them on different bookshelves. So yeah, the trans blue layer you can see there has a fish underneath it, held in by a modified clip, and it's pretty cute. I think it pretty much stands out compared to what I first thought of with the banner. On top of the table is some of my more favorite MOCs that I've made over the years of doing YouTube. The first one on the left, or now kind of leaning towards the right, is Bart Simpson, which has a couple different building techniques put into him, mostly using jumper tiles. That's how that little bit stretches out from the side. That area is actually a 1x2 Technic brick with one hole in it. And it's nice to have that there because it creates the back of my Bart Simpson MOC where it has an open gap and you can actually fit the Simpsons figures inside of there. I have it made on the real model to fit 2 shelves of them, which is about 16 figures total. I also did try to make the face for Bart Simpson with a very prominent nose and eye features, which I definitely incorporated into the MOC as far as the sculpting of it. And then on the right side of that, we have a very off-scale version of my other favorite LEGO MOC, the Little Shop of Horrors vignette. This is a series that I developed quite some time ago and expanded upon in Philly Brickfest 2018, and I wanted to emulate that in some way for this table, since the Little Shop of Horrors MOC was actually the first one introduced in that series. So it is off-scale compared to the Bart Simpson because it should technically be smaller. I tried multiple times in making it on a 2x2 plate, but still capturing some of the details, and let me tell you, it was not easy. So I figured I'll go a little off-scale with it, because I never work on a regular scale with LEGO sets anyways, or LEGO models in general, and I just upped it a bit to a 3x3 plate, or combination that would make a 3x3 area. And then you could still see the Audrey 2 peeking out with the cylinder brick in green. I thought that was actually a cool method too of how to fit that in there, because you might have seen it already once or twice. There are a bunch of corner panel pieces and 1x1 corner panel pieces on either side of that, so it allows enough leeway for a diagonal straight shot through there. That's how the brick on the back, a 1x1 snot brick, is able to angle that way. It has enough leeway in between, but still provides some walling from the sides. The other thing I thought was fun to add in here for the back portion of my table was a burger and drink. This is maybe a little hard to tell, but some older fans might remember how that yellow, red, and yellow plate orientation made a burger back in the airport shuttle sort of days, in like the mid-90s or so, of Lego sets every so often. And I thought that would be nice to include in there, since usually at a convention I'll have some food with me near the table. Not against any of the Lego MOCs, but still something around that keep me going for the convention. And sometimes, go out to somewhere else other than the concessions at the convention center itself. But let's say for this example, they are from the convention. We also have a drink next to it, which I thought was a cool technique, and I would love to implement it more into my own Lego beach town for burger shops and restaurants, and that is using a cylinder brick 1x1 with a screwdriver either in dark gray or black color as a straw. So that is a rather large straw. Yeah, everything's out of order, but it still looks pretty good. Now, before we go much further around with the turntable again, I need to bring this back a little bit to show you the bottom shelf, which was blocked by my sig fig, Maniac 4 Bricks. As you notice, in his hand he doesn't have the 1x1 green brick that he traditionally holds. Instead, it's just sitting on the shelf. Just a nice little memorabilia sort of thing. And it is the same kind that has an eyeball on the back of it. Some people have gotten those over time. I just thought that was fun to add in there. Maybe make it a bit of a surprise when they receive my sig fig. And then next to that is a 1x1 plate combination that is supposed to represent Johnny Thunder, my favorite Lego minifigure of all time. And you can tell because it has the same color orientation for the head, the hair, or rather the hat accessory, and the torso. I know I couldn't really fit the pants in there without making it too big, but I think this gets the point across nicely. And then the other thing on the side is actually a boat. This is something that kind of represents my Bizarre Lego flashbacks sort of recent development from Maniac 4 Bricks. This is the Bilofix ferry that I received a while ago and was something I was going to use with many other products from Lego when writing my Bizarre Lego book. So this is just a small representation of it with the same kind of color scheme of red and white and having some transparency in there for the windows. So as we take this thing around, it's actually pretty solid all the way through for the model. I'd say the only fragile parts would be the legs for the table on the sides. I wanted to make those kind of like regular convention center tables, and how the legs are oriented for the colors, and even having those little black stoppers along the bottom. Even some of the tables I have around my Lego room have that same the same feel for it. I was really happy with being a part of this project from Canadian Brickyard, and I personally look forward to seeing more that he does with the convention center, seeing everybody else's MOCs for it, and just having a good time interacting with the Lego community in more fun ways. This is very creative, and it was great for me to open up some possibilities based on the limitations. So I apologize for the long video, but I thought it was well worth it to go through everything and catch all the little references here and there about Maniac 4 Bricks. We'll see you next time with more Lego videos, and let me know in the comments below, did you pick out any of these before I did? We'll see you next time with more Lego videos, and thank you for watching.